I think the splash page lightened out quite a bit, and I think it looks nice and clean. I've had it now in the press for overnight, and meanwhile what I did is I'm working also on the other wraps and getting them de-acidified to pH, about pH 6, because every one of them is going to undergo also eventually leaf casting to this area mainly, right? And some additional areas. You can see the rust migration is almost all gone, right? Just make sure this is not sticking too much. It's a little damp. It's almost all gone. A little bit left here, nothing really major. And this will get furnished anyways, right? Because the staple area is gone here. And same thing goes for these areas that I had supported with Tengujo tissue. You can see, you can hardly see them actually. Tengujo does a good job holding them in place. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is to get the lab value on these with the color muse and see if an average is possible. If it's not possible, then we can do it one wrap at a time, but it's a pain, right? I think this wrap definitely we need to match it well because it is the splash page. It gives first impression, and we're gonna proceed here carefully with everything. Although I did manage to cause a rip, another big huge rip, just this morning working on some wrap that didn't have the proper alignment between the rime and the interior, right? So when I pulled it out, it just caused a big huge rip. It's just like, thank God for Tengu tissue. We can always repair these kind of things. So yeah, so we're gonna do the casting on the back side, and that's where it's gonna be. So stay tuned guys for lab value readings and see if we can make a cocktail of furnish that matches with the interior. Before I proceed with making the furnish and getting lab colors and all that, what I'd like to do is repair a couple of rips that I noticed. Still drying, so I want to be careful here. Okay, I noticed right here and right here, right? So I'm gonna take care of these rips, and what I can do is use the water set tissue that I made a couple of weeks ago in a video, and I'm gonna use this essentially, right? Just take a small pieces out from here and then apply them and brush the areas with water, and that will make them stick in place essentially. After that we can address the lab values for these using the color muse. All right. So the repair here worked really well, right? And I went ahead and I repaired this area here as well, right? So you can see it nice and dry now at this point. So any rips I saw, I repaired. I'm gonna give this a press in my press ultimately. The wrap now is nice and dry. And I took the lab readings and I got an average of 72 for L, 5 for A, and 24 for B. So what I did is prepare a bunch of homemade papers, right? These are all made from high-end fibers, recycled paper as well. Like I used recycled cotton paper, artist paper, and I used tone tan papers, things like that with it. But they also have, all of them have Gampi and Abaca. So it's these are good high-end paper. They look kind of like garbage, but actually they're not. And I read their value already, right? So this is something I can compile now into Excel and use that in my Photoshop to deduce the combination of fibers I need to use to come up with a color that is similar to this color, right? So if we can get a color match to the 72, 5, and 24, that'd be perfect, right? Okay, so it's just a matter of getting now things together and figuring out the Photoshop part, right? Okay. So a quick update on the returned lab values on the best combination of all the fibers I made, plus I added additional fibers to the mix. Because I used initially all the fibers in my Photoshop, it didn't return any of them. It didn't like any of them, right? No combination at all. So I had to add additional fibers to it, and it came out eventually, ultimately, with one of my fibers, which was swatch number 2 at 31%. And then this particular color, the brown, is at 18.75%. And finally, the husk is going to be at 50%. So combining these at these percentages should give me a colored match according to Photoshop. I'm going to try to weigh them and do a little sample here and see if it matches, right? So stay tuned for that, guys. We'll do it together next time.